Plaintiffs in this Supreme Court case joins me now. He is the founding board member of the Job Creators Network and the founder of the Rabine Group companies. Gary Rabine is here. Gary, welcome to the program. What did you make of today's testimony and oral arguments?
Thank you, Grant. Gary Rabine. I'm running for governor of Illinois here. And I got to tell you, it's crazy when you think this justice, is she justice or is she Dr. Sonia? Because her facts were way off, as you said. And she mentioned 100,000 kids on ventilators, too, right? I mean, this is craziness. But I got to tell you, I'm pretty happy with what I heard, because I think, most of these judges, these justices were on, spot on. And I think they're going to find this to be totally unconstitutional. We're excited to hear the answer in the near future.
All right, let me play another soundbite from Sonia Sotomayor today. This is talking about this OSHA rule. Listen.
This is not a vaccine mandate. There are costs and deaths and other things countervailing to the fact that there might be 1% to 3% of workers who leave.
That's patently false as well. This is certainly a mandate. I know there's a testing option in this rule, but many companies are not offering the testing option because they don't want to pay for it. Gary Rabine.
Yeah, and she's way off. She is no economist either. Okay, we're looking at 20% or more of great teammates in companies leaving or being fired because of this mandate. Okay, that's detrimental to small companies across America. It's not only detrimental to small companies, it's also detrimental to working families who lose their jobs because they don't want to take a vaccine against their health or their religion. Right? I mean, it's craziness to think that we're going to allow people to walk out the door or fire good people because of this, when the Labor Department wouldn't allow us to do this ever before. Up until a couple of years ago, would never allow us to fire somebody for making a health decision or a religious decision in our business. Right? We would be sued, and we would deserve to lose. And all of a sudden, big government and this dictator, as our president, thinks it's okay to fire people for doing something that's against their will.
It is amazing to me that things that were once common sense that maybe even both sides could have possibly seen, now everything's thrown out the window. Things that you would think no one's going to make me put something in my body. Now that's all gone. But at least we do have some justices that are conservative out there. This is Justice Alito. He's one of them, questioning all of this and questioning the consequences of this vaccine as well. This was nice to hear. Listen to this one.
Some people who are vaccinated and some people who take medication that is highly beneficial will suffer adverse consequences. Is that not true of these vaccines? And if that is that true?
That can be true, but of course there is far, far greater risk from being vaccinated by orders of magnitude.
Right, there is some risk. Do you dispute that?
There can be a very minimal risk.
Well, she admitted there can be adverse reactions, something CNN and MSNBC refused to do, Gary.
Yeah, absolutely. And we all know there's risk, and it depends on the person, their own body, right? People understand their own health. They have doctors to figure this out. We don't need a dictator as a president to tell us what's right for us. I mean, again, when we look at this, it doesn't only affect, think about the jobs it affects, that's one thing. But it's the ability for those small businesses to serve their customers when they lose 20% of their teammates. And guess what? Often these are going to be the most independent-minded, leadership-minded people that leave them. So more jobs will fall after that. And the crazy thing is this, our supply chain is wrecked right now. Grant, our supply chain is terrible. Inflation is through the roof. What do you think is going to happen if they go forward with this? I mean, our inflation is going to go through the roof for these working families.
Those certainly are all very, very valid points. Though the Supreme Court, really has to look at just the sheer fact of, are you violating the freedoms and rights of Americans and their right to be free in this country by issuing this mandate? And in the end, everything you spelled out, everything I've been spelling out in this program, that's a big yes. Our rights are being violated, which makes it unconstitutional. Let's hope they rule that way. Gary Rabine, thank you so much for coming on the program. Good luck with your race for governor.
Thank you, Grant. RabineForGovernor.com, brother.
There you go, my man. You got it. RabineForGovernor.com.